is pick your poison, and we obviously didn't do a good job in coverage. I thought our technique was off. The things we work on in practice we didn't do. We were different leverages than we should have been and just gave some easy throws. And he's a dynamic player, and Baker threw the ball really well. But, those DBs got to play better. They got to do what they're coached and put more time into it, because those were just throwing catches a bunch of times. It was just too easy.
Do you know if that was the scheme on the last touchdown Oklahoma had of the first half, where Westbrook and Calabre were one-on-one? Was that the scheme, or was that a mess up?
No, we should have been over the top on that. Yeah, we should have been over the top. So that was one that we got to learn from and understand the situation and not get beat over the top at all costs. And that's what we did, and hopefully we learn from it.
Kliff, how much can you do 7 weeks in? I mean, when you're right in the middle of conference play, defensively?
Keep trying new things. At this point, with the performance of the last 2 weeks, I mean, I think it's all up for discussion on that side of the ball. And so we're going to try some personnel groupings and try some different things to change it up and try to breathe some life into it and get a few turnovers. Day to day, not sure really where he's at. Haven't spoke to the trainer about him. I was going to get it right before practice at 1, so I'll know then. But as of now, just day to day.
What is his injury?
Some sort of head injury.
That happened in practice last week.
Apparently, yes.
And what was Chris Williams out with?
The same, some sort of head injury.
Was that from practice?
It was.
What do you expect him to see from the defense out of TCU this weekend?
Yeah, I've always said it. He's tremendous at reading routes. If you've done something in the previous 7 weeks, he's going to see it. He's going to know it. He's going to have it coached up to stop it. So it's one of those games where you go in and you know you're going to have to try some new things and take some shots and be aggressive, because he clamps down with his scheme and is a tremendous defense coordinator. So we expect it to be a highly contested. Every throw you got to go up and make plays, and we know that. We played against him, and I think our receivers are looking forward to the challenge.
To follow up on him and Williams just a moment ago, you said they both had head injuries from practice. Is that then a consequence of trying to have more physical practice last week?
No, unfortunately, it was not. I wish I could say it was in instances that they were being overly physical, but that was not the case.
TCU, those guys have almost 30 sacks already this year defensively. What's just kind of your thoughts on their pass rush and what they kind of do well?
It's really good, really good. A lot of times it's just a 4-man rush, and they do twists and stunts and do a great job of getting home. And I think a lot of that's a credit to their secondary. Like I said, their back end covers people up. They play that tight coverage and make you hold on to the football. So it'll be a challenge. We're getting better up front, but we're not where we need to be. And this is a good week to kind of take that next step.
Patrick threw the ball a lot. How's his shoulder this week?
I think it'll be better. Each week he's practiced. The first 2 weeks really didn't practice. Last week practiced more. He played sharper. He still wasn't as good as he can be. And I think this week we may get a full week out of him, which will be good. I think with a full week he'll be able to take another step and really perform at a high level.
Did it turn out to be a sprained shoulder or bruised shoulder? What was it?
It's an injured shoulder.
The 4 primary inside receivers, Giles, Batson, Keith, and Ian, have been fantastic all season. Does that hold up when you go back and watch the film? Have they been that fantastic?
They've played really well getting open in the space. When the ball's in their hands, we can be much improved in blocking, being physical, there's no question. But finding space, playing in our system, I think that group's been really taking big steps this year.
As hot as Kiki has been, and since he played some outside last year, would he be an option outside?
I think he's gotten comfortable inside, so we'll probably keep him there. But for special plays, special situations, we may get him outside. I'm not sure. That's a great thought because he has been dynamic. But hopefully we can get Derek and Cantrell back, and those are 2 guys we really need outside with their length and the way they've been playing.
Are they still day-to-day, or do you expect them to practice?
They're day-to-day. We'll know this week. If not back this week, I would say certainly the week after.
Both of them?
Yes.
Mason Reed played a lot of that halfback role for you guys on Saturday night. What did you kind of think about him and what's kind of led to kind of his emergence?
Just his toughness, his physicality. He brings it every day. He's not afraid to stick his nose in there. He's got good ball skills. He's still learning our scheme, learning that position. But I think his teammates respond to the way he plays. He's always physical, did a great job with special teams, and just earned those reps.
Is Daly on board, did he pass Felton, or was Felton still feeling some ill effects from the week before?
I think we just felt like having a little bigger back last week was going to be important for us. I think some of those third and shorts where we were able to hand the ball off, we failed on those early in the season and kind of learned our lesson that we needed a bigger, more powerful back in those situations, and that was probably the key reason that he got more touches.
So he's more, plays bigger than his listed size, huh?
Yeah, he's kind of one of those heavy-headed running backs that leans forward and always seems to fall forward and packs a punch, doesn't stutter in the hole, just hits it and gets what he can get, and that's what we needed.
Is the morale suffering because of these 3 losses?
I don't think so. I think they know what's at stake. There's 5 games left to try and make a successful season out of it, and TCU last couple of years haven't got it done versus them, so we should be highly motivated, and I think they are. So I didn't sense a lot of pouting this morning. I think they're excited about this opportunity.
Coach, it seems like your defense had a few shots to get to Baker, to put him on the ground. He'd go back to Cock to throw a pass or just try to fake a pass, and your defense immediately jumped. Was that something you were specifically coaching, thinking you could get more tip balls last week?
I don't think so. I think in that situation where they had him outside the pocket, you just got to make the play. You got to get him down. Now, if he's in the pocket and you can't get there, that's a different time to get your hands up. But the instances you're talking about, you got to find a way to get him to the ground.
What concerns you about the TCU offense?
I just know how good they are. I know Kenny really well. He's a guy who I thought was going to be a star, and he's heading that way. Dynamic receivers, running backs, one of the best in the conference, good offensive line. Sonny and Meacham do a great job with their scheme and have been really good offensively. So the way we've been playing defensively, we're going to have to step up, find a way to get some turnovers and make some stops.
Are there enough similarities between your offense and theirs that you might be more one versus ones this week in practice so that the defense can see that speed?
Yeah, we get a lot of that every practice, so I don't think that'll make much of a difference.
Were you very much involved in Kenny Hill's recruitment at Texas A&M?
I was.
And how have you just seen his development since what you've seen in high school to this point right now?
Yeah, it was good to see him get a fresh start, I think. He's a great kid. I know he kind of got a bad rap at A&M and probably deserves some of it, but when I was recruiting him, loved what he was about. Comes from a great family. His dad was a pro player and carries himself with a lot of swagger, a lot of confidence. I always thought, after Johnny, he was going to be the next guy there and be a star, and I think he has star quality, and you watch him play, he's still learning their system, still getting comfortable, but the sky's the limit on his potential.
I know you still felt like Pat had left some throws out there. I know he even talked about that after the game, but just given the national stage, the setting the NCAA total offense for a single game, I mean, is that one of the greater individual performances you feel like you've witnessed out of Patrick Mahomes or just in general nationwide?
I just think because of the situation with his shoulder and being banged up and how much he's had to push through and, participating in 100 plays, 88 throws, 12 runs, in that shape, it's incredible that he just kept getting up and kept going and kept converting third downs. I think we were 20 of 25, and he probably converted 18 of them on his own. So, his will to win is second to none.
Do you feel like the offensive line played better in the second half when Murphy returned?
I think so. I think he brought some stability. I thought they were solid all night. There were some times here and there that we let some guys through and Pat had to avoid, but as the game went on and Murphy got in there, I think their confidence definitely was raised in the second half.
What led Corey Dalton deciding he wanted to transfer?
That's a great question. That's a Corey question, so you'd have to ask him. But I like Corey. I wanted Corey to be here. He knows that. He knows how I feel about him, and I just wish him luck.
At what point did you become aware he was dissatisfied?
Last week. So he had not. No.
Will he stay with the team the rest of the season?
I'm not sure what his plans are. I believe he'll be in school, but not with the team.
Anything else?
Given how the matchup went the last time in Fort Worth, the 82 points, and when you look back to last year, the tip ball by Josh feel like the motivation to be able to go back and almost have a type of redemption is there for this club?
I think guys that were there definitely understand that and what that felt like. We have a lot of new guys who weren't there, but I think even the new guys will understand what this game means to Tech fans and to us as a program.